The resume we are reviewing today is for an electrical hardware engineer. This is Frank Sinatra, which we're going to fly this resume to the moon, which is something my chat said. They are making a lot of very funny Frank Sinatra puns right now, and it's really hilarious. But what we're going to be looking for as an electrical hardware engineer is power systems, battery management, power electronics, PCB, such as motor drivers and circuit design. And I want to highlight this right here, circuit design. Having actually recruited for an electrical hardware engineer or electrical engineer before, having circuit design is huge. It was actually kind of tough to find people with the correct circuit design because a lot of them had worked with it after the circuit had been made, not necessarily with like making it, which was very important. So circuit design from experience is tough to find. So having that is a bonus. Python, MATLAB, CAD, any of the CADs will do. This is going to be sort of specific, but EMI, EMC, safety. Oh, look, Microsoft Office suites. Guess what? That was in a job that paid $114K. So yes, it is important to have that. Probably Excel is the most important one. LT Spice, Simtrex, Simplus, Ultrium, MATLAB. MATLAB's in twice. I feel like Simtrex and Simplus sound like a medication, but that's what we're going to be looking for. This person has a ratio of 1 to 50, which isn't terrible. Again, I think that's like a C-. It passes, but barely. They did say they're looking for the jobs in the U.S. as a non-American citizen. So I've only done like 8 immigration roles, maybe 8 to 10 in my life as a recruiter. I want to be very clear. I'm not a master of immigration placement. The very first thing I do want to let you know is you need the ability to work in the United States before you apply. So make sure you have that visa, because I know I get a lot of messages like, how do I work in the US? And the simple answer is, I don't know, but you need that before you can even apply to a job. So as you could probably tell from the last video where a couple had that, you need to show what your visa is here and how to use it. So, which I don't know what it is. I'm assuming maybe an OPT, but that's a guess. Also, the objective doesn't matter. So that's why you put that is instead of the summary is electrical engineer was on an OPT that you can work with, blah, 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 because the recruiters are probably not going to know. So there's too much bolding in this. I think this is like Jake's resume format, which I think is an okay format. I just wish it had less bolding. Then let's do this. Defense and space manufacturing, September to current, developed and implemented system-specific test requirements, failure protocols, achieving 100% compliance with operational security standards. This is best all critical verification. I think that's okay. No, it's not, and here's why. I don't know what you do. I don't know if you're testing like the circuits. I don't know if you're testing motors. Again, I've placed this before. That does not mean I could understand that kind of stuff. So you need to show. And this is going to be thing like, what were these for? Did you design motors? Did you design actual circuits? Did you design laser guns? I don't know. You don't tell me. Collaborated with, don't say collaborated. Just say worked with. It's fine. Worked with a cross-functional team to integrate and validate advanced radar systems. There we go. This is what I'd be looking for. Actually, I feel like you could just say this instead of the above one. Communication protocols and mission critical sensors resulting in 20%. Okay, cool. Where's the MATLAB? Where's the PCB? Where's the circuit design? Where's the battery management? Where's the power system? Where's the power electronics? Where's the Microsoft Office? I am missing a lot. Also, the minimum amount of bullet points is 3 per job. So, I think they do that in outside the US. So 3 per job. You only have 2. I need 1. I am very light on keywords here. Develop and program algorithms for motion planning human robot interaction using MATLAB and Python. Perfect. That's fine. I don't understand how reducing signal processing by 15% matters. The recruiter is not going to understand that. Published and presented original research at robotic control systems at the MeleeCon conference, fostering collaboration. Okay. This is actually kind of impressive because even if you don't know what this is, you were presenting your own research. This part, the fostering collaboration between academia and industry, I don't care. But the actual first part I do. And again, I'm missing keywords. Where's the MATLAB? Where's the PCP? Where's the power management? Where's the battery management? Where's the circuit design? For battery management, here we go. Yeah, here's the problem. A recruiter may not get down to here. They may not. This is a keyword. And again, this is the only real keyword. So in the entire thing, I think I've found Test requirements, system requirements, maybe. So I found test requirement system environments. I found a radar. I found battery management. It's like 3-ish. Python and MATLAB. So I found 5. That's not good enough. I know you're probably not going to have all of these, and that's okay, but I need more. I need more. Give me more. More keywords. Anyway, could I move this forward, assuming the immigration was not a stop, because not all companies do immigration services? Maybe. And I think it's particularly because of this right here. If I was working on something specifically for batteries, I do believe that would be difficult to find, so I would probably move you forward for that alone. But as you were a non-US looking for US options, it is really, really, really tough, and you're going to have to maybe double the amount of applications normally. So that's what I vote on this, Frank Sinatra. I want to take you to the moon. That's not even the right reference. I'm sorry. I'm not good at Frank Sinatra references. My chat is making fun of me now. But yeah, I just need more. I just need more keywords and a quick summary explaining how I, as a recruiter, can place you with your current visa, which I believe you should have. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to work in the U.S. regardless. So, because you need work authorization before you can work. So let's move on to the next resume. Before we do, please like, comment, and subscribe if this stuff is helpful to you. I hope it is, because I don't know how the algorithm works. Nobody tells me. We just post and pray on that, which is actually a sort of recruiter in joke. So if you get that, let me know in the comments. Why am I saying bye? There's another video. Next video. This is a resume of a software developer. What kind? I don't know. You really need to tell me. Are you front end? Are you back end? Are you middle stack? Full stack? Sideways stack? 360 stack? 720 stack? 41222 stack? I don't know. You really need to tell me, because those keywords are very different. And especially like a back end Java engineer is going to have different keywords than a back end Python engineer. So the main thing I'm going to be looking for, since I could not tell the keywords, is specifically what type you are. And that should be so obvious that it slaps me in the face. I'm not doing it hard, because I am a gentle being. So, this person their ratio is 100 to 1, which is definitely not good. Truthfully, software engineering, real bad right now. 75 to 1 ratio is going to be considered a C-, a passing grade, but barely, because the market is that bad. But 100 to 1 and they've been job hunting on and off for almost a year, that's not good. Also, they said there's only like a few positions they have qualified for. That's weird. Also, that's what they told me. They've been job hunting for almost a year. I don't know why this thing immediately says they've been employed for a year. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure it out. So anyway, let's go to the resume. So developed UI components, web servers, and database code, JavaScript and C, and a Java agile environment for software is used to create 78% of healthcare records. That's better. I assume this is full stack. Code design and developed new auto patching system uses C# and JavaScript. After talks with customer organization, revealed this was done manually. TypeScript. Lit a partial rewrite of code base for population from Visual Basic to C. SQL, TypeScript. I think this is full stack. Developed a patch for a database bug of files being processed. Okay, so this is interesting, but I think this is full stack. So I do have the full stack one saved, so let me put that in real quick. So if that is the case, then what we're going to be looking for is TypeScript, JavaScript, CSS, HTML, which I don't really see. I do see JavaScript and TypeScript, but I don't see HTML and CSS. Don't do this. They don't like it. I know I had that previously, but I've changed my mind. You need it in the bullet points. They want SQL, which you do have, which is good. They want React API, which I don't think I found. React. No, there it is. Okay, good. They have REST. Do you have REST? Good. Okay, Agile. Okay, CI/CD. Also, I think this is a second time showing, so this makes sense that they have a lot of them. There is no CI/CD. We would prefer that. Where is the JavaScript and HTML? CSS is there, only not in bullet points. Oh, yeah, it's there, not only in bullet points. That's not good. Angular. Let's see if I can find it. Angular. No. Okay, and then do we have anything cloud? Like AWS? No. Cloud? No. Azure? No. The last one, GCP? No. Okay, so I don't think this is a terrible resume. What you do need to do is I think you could just say code base. This is, I feel like this is slightly, you could just say using or system in, but I'm primarily missing cloud, CI/CD, and JavaScript and HTML here. In addition, what I would recommend is instead of just saying software engineer, say full stack software engineer at X. This doesn't need to be bolded. This doesn't need to be here. And importantly, you need your education up top. A lot of them want it. So the market is really bad. Again, like I said, so a 75-1 is a passing grade. So, but doing these things, so I think move it to like 50 to 60-1 primarily. But okay. Also, here's something that might be hurting. Is this you may want to remove, but or tell them why that it was part-time, because August to December of the same year does not look good. May 2021 to December of the same year doesn't look good. That can kind of give you the appearance of a job hopper with both of these. So unless you stay like part-time or something like that, because let's see, 2021, yeah. They would get confused by this one. This is the one I think you may want to drop out. But if you do have Node and everything, you want to put it elsewhere. So overall, I don't think this is terrible. The software engineering market is just that bad. You just need your education up top. And like I said, add those couple of keywords and you should get that ratio to a more acceptable level. In addition, this also might be by the time you're applying, the jobs have already been filled. You want to search by most recent, not necessarily by relevant. And Indeed and LinkedIn do have a thing where you can search by recent, because the faster you apply, the better your chances. Because if you are number 732, it's very possible you may not get seen before they find a candidate. So that is my review. I would actually say this would pass. And I think a lot of managers would. You just need to, like I said before, add the education up top, show that this is a full stack engineering position, move some of these to here, and anything with cloud. Truthfully, I think the cloud is probably holding you back a lot because I don't see that here. So that would be my advice, and let's move on to the next one. This is a resume of a web developer. This is what they said. As far as I'm aware, and what my chat confirmed, this is not software developer specifically. This is a front-end dev. So that is the common colloquial term, web developer / front-end dev. So what we're going to be looking for is JavaScript, React, Angular, JSS. There's only one S there. Angular JS, HTML, CSS, and PHP. SQL, Scrum, Agile, REST for APIs, SEO, WordPress, Git, Docker, Jira, and any other extra languages, Cloud, UI, UX, SASS, that is one. That was the one I think 2 videos ago. I thought it was SAS, but that is not SAS. That is not SaaS, that is SASS, which is actually kind of important. So you have applied, your ratio is 150. That is not good to 1. 150 to 1. They've been applying to tech jobs via Indeed local companies, not big companies, would happen to have feedback. Okay, so you should also be using LinkedIn. They have mostly the same jobs, but some companies only post to Indeed, some only to LinkedIn. The vast majority are both, but you should still be using that. So let's see. Software engineer with a strong background in digital marketing. Digital marketing could be it, combining problem solving, blah, blah, blah. Leverage, boo, stop using leverage. I hate the word leverage. It does not change how I view a resume. I just don't like it. Problem solving, creative. Yeah, this doesn't help. None of this helps me. You can safely delete this. Where's your education? What the heck? Okay, so yeah, okay. Here's part of the thing. Your education should be up top. Okay. Instead of the summary of the education, this should be 2 lines max. Is you should have this university with a bachelor's and this with a business technology major. Even though that's an associate, it's in a slightly different industry. Once you've got your BA, you don't need to put your boot camp. In general, boot camps are always going to be less than the actual, you know, actual CS degree. So if you've got your BS, you don't need the boot camp. And you don't need all this other stuff. This entire thing should fit in 2 lines, and I want your business thing and your bachelor's of science in computer. And it needs to be up top. All right, program language. This is too much. This is already bad. Also, COBOL. That's phenomenal to have, actually. That's really good. I know it's super outdated, but that's why it's good, is when I first started doing this, COBOL was like, oh my gosh, that's the oldest. Nobody would hire you. And now, because everybody moved away from COBOL developers can actually make a solid amount of money. Truthfully, what I would recommend you do is you have a front-end resume that doesn't focus on COBOL and a actual COBOL resume that focuses on COBOL, because that's actually going to get you hired, because nobody does anymore, because nobody likes it, and there's a lot of legacy systems that depend on it. So you actually should have 2 resumes, one that focuses on COBOL, the other that doesn't, because it's a nightmare to search for a COBOL dev because nobody has it, because everybody doesn't think it's worthful anymore. So, you know, but anyway, this is way too long. I don't like skill sections regardless, but, you know, so developed a skeleton loading UI. Okay, I think UI UX is one. Components with Pegasus, yes, and React. React's not on there, but I think it's okay to have, because I think someone to implement lazy loading using web pages, Butler side. Cool. This, stop assuming your recruiter knows what any of this is. The API is important. Also, you bolded everything that I don't care about. So this sentence could be kind of safely, not necessarily deleted, but add some other stuff. Where's the JavaScript? Where's the React? Where's the COBOL? Seriously, it's like impossible to find a COBOL dev. Where's the SQL? Collaborated with QA teams and Workbox solutions. Why did you bold Workbox? Workbox doesn't matter. Online functional being leading to support of legacy iOS. This is important. Legacy iOS and Android devices. But here's my problem. I've gone all the way through here, right? And I've only have 2 keywords I actually give a darn about, which is API, which they'll probably miss, and Android iOS. That's like it. So GraphQL, okay, that one can be good. I've seen that before. RESTful APIs, there we go. Taking advantage of Pegasus. I've never heard that one. Few APIs, again, assisting maintaining network standards. Cool. There's no JavaScript, there's no TypeScript, there's no AngularJS, there's no HTML, there's no CSS, there's no PHP. And by the time they finish reading this, they're done. Because they're not going to look at this. They're not going to pay attention to this. This is too much. It burns your mind. Remember, recruiters have 35 to 50 open applications at once. They have 15 to 30 seconds to find what they're looking for. And they're not going to find what they're looking for like this. Walmart. This can be deleted. Other experience can sometimes be useful, but considering you only worked here for like a couple of months, this can be deleted. So the Walmart can be deleted. If you worked here for like 5 years, I would keep it on just because it shows you have a large amount of experience. But you can safely delete this. And then projects should go under experience. So to summarize, this has like no keywords I want at all, except for like 3. This can be safely deleted. The education goes up at the top, 2 lines max. Then you put your projects, which again, I don't even see anything I'm looking for. This there it is, JavaScript, all the way down here. Your front end dev. Where's the JavaScript? Where's the HTML? Where's the CSS? So yeah, this is, your bullet points are off and your formatting's off, and you've bolded too much stuff to the point where I could miss an actual thing. So I definitely don't think I can move you forward with this. Unless the COBOL, the singular COBOL could save you, because nobody has COBOL. So remake this, and then you're going to make a COBOL one and a non-COBOL one. That is going to be your goal. And you're going to apply for front-end devs, and you're going to add these keywords that you have. This right here is the most important part. Right here. Less so PHP, but this one. JavaScript, React, Angular, HTML, and CSS. You need those everywhere, and they need to be in the keywords. That is why you're having problems. And the fact, I know people make fun of me like, well, why would they have that? Why would they have that? Like, yeah, I get that. But this is why you get a 1 to 150 ratio, is you don't have that. So you absolutely need to have that. Let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of an embedded software engineer, and they are a recent grad. They're planning on creating a portfolio website, looking for jobs nationwide, but they prefer staying in their home place. So, what we're going to be looking for in an embedded software engineer is like 80% of these. A single resume is probably not going to have all of them, and that's okay. But the most important ones are going to be C++, C, RTOS, GPU development, multi-threading, embedded systems, Linux, IDEs, and then basically the rest, which is going to be like software optimization, embedded systems, microprocessors, microcontrollers, ISO, FDA. So ideally, we're going to be looking for like I said, 70% of these, and their ratio is 100 to 1, which is not good. So let's see what we can find. Although admittedly, I haven't done a ton of software embedded resumes, so again, there may be a couple of these that I'm missing, but we'll see. So this is too long. This is absolutely too long. You can keep it to one line. That is fine. Skills. Again, not a huge fan of skill sections, but you kept it to 3 lines. Although you shouldn't, I guess, center this like this. It should, if you're going to keep it, which I'm not a huge fan of, it should be normal formatting. So don't have it over here. Make it like that, because that's easier to read. So projects. Selected to participate in the California Space Consortium. Collaborate with a team of 6 design. Contribute to design using CAD. Again, this is, I don't know why this is up front. None of this is in what I saw as an embedded software engineer. Smart gloves for motion detectors. Smart gloves, wireless communications, IMUs, computer sensors. Yeah, again, so maybe it's my lack of experience with embedded software engineers in particular, but this is not what they're looking for. This is, here's why. I have to go all the way here, and I haven't gotten a single bullet point of the skills that I'm looking for. So, created extensive documents for algorithms, utilized Python. Weirdly enough, Python was in 1 or 2, but it's not as major. Embedded, here we go. Yeah, this is why this resume is not working, is I have to go all the way here to find basically the first thing I want. Because these don't count unless they're in bullet points. Developed AI, algorithms, like AI, algorithms, agile environment, CSS. Yeah, like, okay, I gotta double check to make sure this is actually the right resume, because I'm not finding anything here. So I'm on a separate page just double checking that this is correct. It is, yes. This definitely would not pass. I don't see any of this for embedded software. Yeah, that's why this is having an issue. You don't have anything I'm looking for. And remember, the first stage is usually through the recruiter or potentially a manager who may not be as technical, and they're going to be looking for those keywords that are right there. So, yeah, this could not pass because I don't see anything I need. Like, here, I'm going to do a Control F. Do I see Linux? There's one. Nope. But again, not in the bullet points, so it doesn't count. RTOS, which was huge. Again, it's in the skills section, and it's not in the projects or bullet points. Is there multi-threading? No, I don't see multi-threading. Yeah, so it doesn't count unless it's here. That's my rule, and I think you are now realizing that as well, which is why you have 100 to 1 ratio. So please add those bullet points and those skills, because this is why you're not having it. Formatting wise, it's okay. It's just the bullet points are not there, which is why you're not getting selected. So let's move on to the next resume. This is a resume of a senior software engineer. I cannot scroll up because they put their full contact information. They also don't have any ratios. They told me that they just started really searching for a job, and they're not sure if this resume will work. From a formatting perspective, no, I can already tell it's not going to. But I don't know what kind of software engineer. So they want to know if this has what recruiters want, and I'm going to say probably not. So let's see if we can't figure out what kind of software engineer they are. My guess is going to be based on a couple of the keywords, full stack or back end, more particularly Java. So summary, 8 years of experience, advanced knowledge of development processes, blah, 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 blah. This, I like this, CICD. Yeah, this can be deleted. In most cases, you do not need a summary. There are some exceptions, but I do not think this is one of those exceptions. So I think, truthfully, you could probably delete all this. Although it does look like these are the correct keywords for what you're going to be looking for, but I need them in bullet points. So this formatting is awful. Also, I don't know what your degree is. If you have one, it should go where the summary was. But this formatting is not great. You're very close to good formatting, and I want you to use the formatting that the formatting I have. So below this, there is a resume, like a template resume. Please use that. So this is hard to read. So, because like projects, this doesn't work. Again, I think these are the correct keywords. I think you're very good on that, but I need them here. Because if the keyword is not in a bullet point, it doesn't count. Led efforts to improve accountability, architected. Architected is a good word. Kafka is fine. See, Japan markets, revenue growth, migrated for the knowledge sharing. CI/CD is good. So here's the problem. This is what I actually care about. This is what most managers actually care about. This, not as important. And this is so hard to read because there's so many different keywords and things that I'm not actually going to care about. But I have to get basically to like here before I find a keyword or two that I like. Kafka and Redis are one and API is another. But that's all the way here, and you've only really given me like 2 or 3 keywords. API is solid. Yeah, so your bullet points need to be redone and your formatting needs to be redone. The very first bullet point under each job is a summary of your job duties. So what you can say for this, assuming this is correct, is led a team of X software developers where we did X and Y in an environment of Java, Python, potatoes, Datadog, whatever the heck you want to say. So, and AWS. AWS is important. And then every other bullet point needs to be the what, which is the keyword or qualification, the how, which is how you did it, and the why, which is why you did it. So this resume, again, this is a case of a resume that would probably pass before 2022 because that market, and clearly this is in the EU, and I do not know the EU market, but I'm assuming it's bad as well. So I don't think this would pass in today's market. Because a recruiter is going to see this, then they're going to skip down here, and then they're going to miss all the keywords. Then they're going to skip down here. Then they're going to have trouble reading this, and they can't find it. Then they're going to go over here, and then they're going to say, oh, AWS, where is it? And they're not going to find it anywhere here. And they're going to think you barely touched it. So your bullet points need to be with, like, this stuff. Actually, here, this is basically all the keywords you would need, and CI/CD, which you need to add, and Agile, and then put them in the bullet points. So I do not think this resume would pass in today's market, unfortunately. So let's go to the next resume.